Welcome, 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 collectives. My name is Ora-gen, and this is the Ora-gen Channel. I want to welcome you back for another message, no matter what time of day it is or what day you found this reading. I am super grateful that you are here. Guys, 12:01 on the clock as we begin the message today. And today's date is Wednesday, September 3rd of 2025. You might be seeing the numbers 325 or 320, 1201 or 201. You might also be seeing 1111, 111, 222 or 2222, possibly even 333. A lot of numbers coming through today, guys. So doesn't matter what numbers you're seeing or what order. If you are seeing numbers associated with today's date and the start time of this message, please do check those numbers out in the angel number meanings and gematria for a more in-depth look at today's message, guys. So, big shout out to the subscribers of the channel. I'm trying to get on here a little more frequently this week. Last week the energy was just really busy, guys. I mean, really, really, really busy. And so I apologize. I have not been on here quite as much. I did get on for a really fun live the holiday weekend, and I do plan to get back on and schedule another live for Sunday. Seems to be a good day for me to get on and kind of hang out for an hour with the collectives. I want to give a big shout out to everybody who joined me for that live this past Sunday. So let's dive into today's message. You are royalty. Your spirit team is actively warning you about everything, even when you're sleeping. So this is a really interesting message, guys, because I was getting a download on like how busy your spirit team, your guides, your universal support is. Even when you are resting, you might be getting very strong messaging, warnings, information to help you with things that are happening presently in your life. So if you're asleep and you're kind of between here and there, maybe you're someone who astral projects or is doing other things, you are getting like on the spot warnings when something has shifted in your environment around you. You need to wake up, whatever it is. Like, this is wild. So I'm almost picking up an energy like someone who understands the matrix and understands how to maneuver it. You know, like how Neo would kind of buzz in through different phone lines and things right into a certain or a specific location. It's like you all are able to navigate the matrix. And while you're navigating, you have a whole support team that's on the line, letting you know what's happening back, like real time while you're moving around the matrix. It's wild. So with that, things you may have experienced, and this might be an identifier for you that this is your message, okay? Number one, subtle inner voice suggesting a path or a way of looking at things. So if you guys hear like almost like an inner acknowledgement of something, or a subtle voice is in like a part of yourself that's speaking to yourself, that's what it might sound like. So it's almost like you're hearing yourself speak to yourself with a suggestion on a way of looking at things or a path that you might need to explore. This might be your message. Dreams with really specific messaging that is directly connected with choices and situations happening in your life, guys. This might be your message if you are experiencing this. And when I say specific, I don't mean like, it's a possibility that maybe, no. I mean like specific names, places, people, spaces, situations. Everything is very specific and exact and is directly connected with something that is presently happening in your life or is about to happen. And you are very clear that that messaging was related to that choice that was coming up. This might be your message. Blinking or flashing lights in your home or places where you stay and hang out. It's almost like this phenomena follows you around. Even if you're not at your home and you're visiting elsewhere, a friend, a family member's home, spending the day somewhere, visiting a location that's like a day location, like, I don't know, an amusement park or something, and you go into the bathroom and the lights are flashing. You go to your friend's house. Normally, that doesn't even happen at their house. Brand new bulbs. And you go into the bathroom and the lights start flashing. Okay, so something here about blinking and flashing lights in your home or places where you stay and hang out. So it's like the phenomena is following you. This might be your message. Strong intuitive urges to take a specific action for your health and wellness. And then you find out after you take that action, it's exactly what you needed. And when I say strong urges, I mean like you'll see an ad or think of a certain supplement or medication or whatever, and you'll think to yourself, yeah, I feel like that could be useful. I feel like that would work. And then you actually go and get it, and it actually works exactly the way you thought. This might be your message. Visual downloads, clairaudience, clairsentience, clairolfaction. And that's where you have the ability to pick up on basically sense in the energy, things that you can smell, but you're not smelling it with your physical sense of smell. You're smelling it like with a non-physical sensory. So it has to do with your intuition and third eye. And then this registers in your brain as whatever it is that you're picking up on. So it's almost like you're picking up on an energy, and that energy is representative of a certain thing that has a certain smell. And so you'll pick up on it and it will register in your brain as that thing. This might be your message. Strong warnings about people, places, and situations that you need to avoid. Okay? It could be something like a strong desire to just not go out or to stay home. Or maybe you're driving and you take a really weird path to get to your destination that you normally get to with ease, going the way that you normally go. But today, you went all off the beaten path. It's because you were being guided away from a certain destination or from a certain pathway to avoid something. Okay? Or maybe people or situations that you don't know are getting ready to pop off, and you feel a strong indicator to do something different or to avoid something. This might be your message. One more area here, guys. Energies that are meant to intimidate or draw emotion out of you that pop up at precarious times or times that are least convenient. This might be your message. And by that, I mean, and let the energy, let the energy resonate as it resonates. If it doesn't, leave it. But this would be for individuals who have experienced, gang stalking or different forms of intimidation, because they basically are outside of the box of matrixy systems. And so it triggers a matrix response, and you start to notice things that tend to like tick you off or frustrate you, resistance, blocking energies, aggravating energies. And it just seems to be on repeat, 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 repeat. And you're just like, what the heck is going on here? And these might pop up when you're least expecting it, right? Maybe things have been going really good for a while, and then all of a sudden out of the blue, here comes just some random annoying energy. It could even be the bee that just follows you down the block. It just won't leave you alone, right? Whatever it is, it may not be the bee trying to intimidate you, but I mean, it could be. But really, the point here is that these situations tend to want to draw energy and emotion out of you. So I'm picking up too, for whomever resonates with this message, you have really been practicing keeping your center regardless of what has been happening, because you understand that, the matrix, the system wants to draw energy out of you. You are fully clear on that. Okay, so I'm going to see what Spirit has to say about why we're hearing about this message today. And pull a few cards here from the tarot. Guys, definitely, if you have been enjoying the messages here on the Ora-gen Collective or Ora-gen Lightworker channel, either on YouTube or TikTok, please do like, share, and subscribe, and hit the all button so that way you get all of your notifications so you don't miss your message. All right, that's my shameless plug. Right off the cuff, we have the Emperor in reverse. Yeah, these energies and certain things might feel domineering, stubborn, reckless, rigid. The energy might feel tyrannical, almost like dealing with matrixy systems and responses to who you are. The fact that you're so out of the box. And I pick up that you, just by being present, show others how to step into that pathway as well. So you might be picking up that these energies feel pretty resistant, like the Emperor in reverse. But there's something here. We have the Six of Pentacles in the upright. We might have an Earth sign or a Taurus. Take the energy as it resonates. If this is your message, don't worry about the signs. Something here about generosity, sharing. Something here about wealth. Looks like there might be some decisions that you're making or contemplating. We have the Four of Cups here in the upright. Water and Cancer on the table. Yeah, there's a couple different ways I'm seeing this. I'm picking up that you're a very giving and nurturing energy, like you care about others. And even if you don't do it in the form of actively engaging in charitable organizations and actions like that, there's something about your energy, like you take time out for others, and whatever you have, you're willing to share with others, right? But it looks like you're meditating or contemplating something. I'm also seeing on the other side, like the flip side of this message, that there might be an energy that's in like a Emperor in reverse energy that's normally, more reckless, more stubborn, lacking discipline, very domineering. It's almost like they want to, or this energy, people, places, and spaces, make sure to get global about the way you're looking at the energy. But this energy, this Emperor in reverse energy, is contemplating sharing something potentially with you or with others. Some sort of sharing of wealth, generosity, something that they're contemplating doing. We're going to need to get some clarity on that, because this isn't an energy that would normally even be in that mindset or behavioral pattern. So let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on. We'll put those there. Spirit, can you clarify for us this Emperor in reverse? What is going on with this Emperor in reverse? Clarify the Emperor in reverse. Thank you. Oh, we have the Justice card in the upright. Uh-oh. This Emperor did some crap to you in the past, guys. This is like some past behaviors of theirs that justice is now coming in for. Yeah, balancing out polarities in a given situation. Something's getting balanced out, guys. 1111 is on the table, or the number 11. You might be seeing that. 111. It's interesting I mentioned that earlier. Then we have the Five of Swords in the reverse. Something here about some sort of past resentment and a desire to reconcile. Somebody wants to make peace with you. Somebody's getting their butt handed to them and they want to make peace with you. They don't want to fight anymore. Yeah, Ten of Wands in reverse. They feel very burdened. They're burnt out. This has something to do, Hierophant in reverse. This has something to do with their personal beliefs. Okay? Earth sign and Taurus. This might be a Taurus that did something to you, or an earth sign. Something unexpected is getting ready to happen in relation to this energy. In association with a high priestess. Okay, somebody who's tapped into their intuition, sacred knowledge, divine feminine. Somebody who trusts themselves, who has higher morals than this energy, this Emperor in reverse. Somebody who's emotionally balanced. King of Cups upright. Yeah, Ace of Cups. If somebody was trying to block your creativity, okay, your intuition. Remember we talked about at the start of this reading who this message might be for. Look at all of the gifts and abilities that are developing for you. Either you've had these for a very long time and have been practicing, or these are more than likely developing and getting stronger at this time. It's almost like I pick up an energy like, well, if you can't beat them, join them. Like there may have been some resistive energies. We talked about the matrixy type systems and how you don't fit into those, and how just by your being present, you encourage others to get out the box, which doesn't go well with the whole matrixy systems. Obviously, they want to try to avoid that. And by they, I mean whatever aspects of systemic things, systemic norms, whomever is running aspects of that at the time. So take that as you will. But obviously, it's not desirable for a bunch of individuals to start changing the way people look at things, because then it creates a problem where the matrix or the systemic structures begin to break down. So having a bunch of light workers and intuitives and people here at this time that are awakening definitely is an issue that I would think people who would prefer to keep systemic structures intact would be thinking about. It's logical. It makes sense. If you got a bunch of people showing people how to go against the grain, it does not help you to keep that system intact. So I'm picking up here an energy that wanted to, Ace of Cups in reverse, wanted to reverse your Ace of Cups. Okay? That loving, compassionate energy, spiritual energy, your intuitive energy that you would normally be in. It's like they were trying to take you out of it, but it didn't work. Yeah, you've got a Nine of Pentacles here in the upright. I'm picking up you might be an earth sign, and this energy might also be an earth sign. There might be something mirroring here. We may have a Taurus and a Virgo involved. You might be a Virgo. This other energy might be a Taurus. Take the energy as it resonates. But it's almost like I'm picking up like a mirroring or a copycat energy here, guys. Almost like there's an energy that has similar gifts and abilities, but it's like they're working for the other team, okay? Something here about an earth sign or a Virgo who is very self-sufficient, has the ability to be financially independent, and who's getting ready to experience the fruits of their labor. So this is why we had the Justice card in the upright. And the Justice is coming because of the burden that these energies, or this energy, okay, we're talking about the Emperor in reverse, has placed on others, and them actually having to deal with repercussions for their behavior. And I believe that they're in these already. That's the only thing that would get that energy to turn around and want to come offer you something, is that they feel that it might lessen the karma or lessen something that they're dealing with that they don't like. Because if they wanted to come and give you something, they could have been done it all this time. This doesn't look like a change of heart for the purposes of joining the light worker team. That's not what I'm picking up. It looks like, ouch, this hurts. Yeah. 5 of Pentacles in reverse, earth sign, Taurus. This is definitely a Taurus. Somebody's got a Taurus. Someone has a Taurus messing with them, okay? I'm picking up a heavy masculine energy, especially because of the Emperor in reverse. Somebody is getting ready to, like, they want to recover from financial loss and poverty. Somebody was in poverty. Now, this might have been you, collectives. Maybe this energy kind of ran you into poverty. Could have been systemic, or it could have been this Emperor very specifically. But somebody ran into poverty. The other side of this message is everything that this energy wanted for collectives. It's just the way universal principles work. Turnabout is fair play. So basically, they sent the energy out. It did not have its intended results. It is now returning. Everything they wanted for you, if there was some energy of death to your finances or some impoverished energy spells, that is coming back to them. So maybe they feel like offering you some wealth or offering something back to you will help nullify those results, but it won't. The moon is in reverse here. Water and Pisces on the table. Yeah, somebody is like confused about something or is misinterpreting something. It's this energy. This Emperor's got it all wrong. They pegged you wrong in the first place. Might have thought you were an easy target because you're compassionate and you give to others. Maybe this could look like in real life, like somebody who took advantage of your kindness. Like you gave them an inch and they took like 20 yards. And it caused you great distress. It caused you grief. It caused you to lose something that was important to you. Maybe it messed up things with your business or your relationships. Maybe it drained you emotionally or financially. And then they kind of just skipped off into the sunset with everything they took from you and didn't care what happened to you. That's how it could look, okay? This is just an example. But what's happening here is justice is coming in. Whatever you lost due to this energy is being returned to you tenfold, okay? And whatever this energy didn't care about and or wished for you, this is now returning to them. So this might also look like in real life, somebody trying to pop up and apologize. And you're like kind of shocked that this person returned to do that. And that might be because of the way your interactions with this person, these people, this space, whatever the Emperor in reverse represents for you, the way it ended, you were not expecting them to come back. But they might be coming back because they want to try to make things right, almost to tip the scales of the justice. Like, see, that much justice isn't needed. I came back and gave them something, or I paid them back their money. But there's something else going on here with the energy that they're paying for. I don't think this energy, this is why the moon is in reverse. I don't think this energy understands just how much damage they did by taking the actions that they took. They're about to find out. Yeah, I'm picking up your very compassionate energy. Queen of Cups in the upright. More about the intuition, being nurturing. You're emotionally stable. You've been able to be stable through some really challenging things, which is beautiful because, you know, 3 of Swords in the upright, you're somebody that went through a lot of heartbreak and emotional grief. Grief and loss. And that grief and loss doesn't just come from losing someone in death. Okay, that could be grief and loss over goals that you had in your life that you were not able to obtain or work towards due to extenuating circumstances, challenges that were outside of your control that you had to just stand up and move through as best you could, that maybe left you debilitated or left you depleted. And energies that add to that don't understand it. It's not just trying to come back to, you know, throw something in the pot to say, oh, here you go. Here's your $20 back. I owed you from 20 years ago. Sorry, life's been so bad for you. No. And then this is just an example once again. No, it's not about that. Maybe that $20 represented a meal that you couldn't, get, or water you couldn't get, for yourself. And so you ended up in the hospital and it created health issues that followed you for the next 20 years. Like, people don't think about overriding effects of the actions that they take towards others. Yeah, this may have caused you to feel like holding back or hesitating because of the experiences that you've been through. We have the Fool in reverse. But definitely, you are someone that has unlimited possibilities, but maybe some of the challenges you went through was very difficult for you to see that potential mindset. And then we have the Tower in the upright. In comes sudden change, okay? This might look like upheaval. Maybe the towers that you went through in today's message here, maybe what I'm picking up is just the towers that you went through. It might have felt like tower after tower after tower after tower, and you may have had some energies here that were involved in helping and assisting with these towers falling constantly. Yeah. Fire sign and Aries on the table, Two of Wands in reverse. Something here about lack of planning, playing it safe, and fear of change. That's what this energy was supposed to put you into. It was basically, it was supposed to, somebody didn't feel very connected, supportive, or excited about your goals and what was important to you. And this isn't to say that they intentionally said, well, I'm going to destroy this person. It could just be that they just didn't care about it. It wasn't a priority for them, and they were thinking about themselves. Okay, this is somebody that was self-centered. I'm picking up narcissistic energy. And they were thinking about what they wanted to get out of something and not how that would affect you. And this has had a greater effect on your life than they could ever understand. And so them popping up and returning, calling, reaching out via social media, email, text message, bumping into them at the supermarket, whatever, them offering you a cup of coffee, or, passing you $20 back that they owed you for the past 10 years, whatever. They're not understanding. That's not what this is about. And I'm getting the idea that this energy has an idea that they might be dealing with some karma based on the things that they've done. People try to act brand new, like they don't understand karma. They don't understand energy. Oh, that's woo woo. That's because a lot of people who say that don't want to even believe for a second that they have to deal with any kind of universal balancing for the choices they make and their behaviors, especially if we're talking about an energy that is more narcissistic. Okay, that's the last thing they want to believe. That narrative is not desirable, because they know there would be a lot that they need to balance out, or that would need to be balanced out due to the choices they've made. Wow. Okay, so let's just pull a little bit of energy here to understand what it is we need to take away from today's message. Okay, I need to just throw a couple story cubes here. Let's see what this says. I heard to get two. Okay. So we have basketball in early spring. Somebody might be someone who plays sports, who plays basketball. Somebody might be, feeling like they're dealing with some sort of game with someone, like somebody's playing games. And something definitely here about the early spring. You might be noticing a change or a shift with this by early spring. It is presently, when this video is recorded, it is obviously early September. But take the energy as it resonates for whatever timeline it is that you find this message, okay? Yeah, something about your style or the way that you do things. I just got the style cube. Somebody might have an opportunity to play basketball or to be engaged with some sort of professional sport by early spring. And it has something to do with the style or the way that you engage with the sport, your gifts, your abilities. Okay. Wow. Somebody might have a big opportunity coming. Okay. Let's pull some messages here. Spirit, what can we share with the collectives here for encouragement? What do they need to know about this energy? Definitely just right off the cuff, guys. This energy, this Emperor in reverse energy is getting their stuff handed to them. That's what I do know. They're probably going to try to approach to offer you something because of a guilty conscience or to lessen karmic return. Whether they understand that's what they're doing or not, that is what they're doing. And so you might notice a text message, a phone call, an email, bumping into somebody, them recommending that you get together or them wanting to give you something. Okay. All right. So we have if light, this is the Sacred Soul Messages deck. This one says if light is in your heart, you will find your way home. Use your intuition. Return to the past. Be your own teacher. Yeah. You're supposed to learn something from the past. I'm getting the idea that you don't really need anything from this energy. Certainly you don't want to engage with them. I'm not picking up a genuine or sincere apology. It's more like, how do I get out of this? This is terrible. It's not desirable. And they want some kind of energetic or emotional support from you because of what has happened here. Okay. Laugh as much as you breathe. Love as long as you live. Have fun, enjoy life, nurture relationships. Yeah. You're supposed to be having fun and nurturing healthy, positive, sun-filled relationships, meaning there's clarity inside the relationship. It's positive, it's beneficial, it's supportive. Okay? That's what you're supposed to be focusing. I'm not picking up you're supposed to be dealing with this energy. They might pop up, doesn't mean you need to deal with them. They might want to offer you something, doesn't mean you have to take it. All right. If somebody owed you $1,000 and they want to pay it back, by all means, take your money back. But it doesn't mean you have to then deal with them because of it. You're being encouraged to try something different and surrender. Don't push so hard. Let grace carry you. Yeah, this is important because of maybe the towers and some of the difficulties and challenges that you've been through. You're being encouraged that your universal support, your guides, your spirit team, they're assisting to open up some opportunities for you. Whenever I see the Let Grace Carry You card, it means that you've done a long enough era of pushing and putting your hands at things and trying this and trying that. You've learned what you needed to learn from those challenges. So allow your intuition and your spirit team to guide you to the right places and spaces for success. You don't need to try and do everything. You need to be in the right space at the right time. And how that happens is more intuitive than just doing lots of hard work for the purposes of doing hard work. You need to rely more on your intuition. Okay? And trying something different, that could indicate that you're getting ready to do something that you haven't done before. You might be learning something new. Might be new relationships, friendships coming in for you. Okay. We're going to grab one more card here. But it sounds like basically this reading is about someone who has some really amazing abilities. These are indicators that your spirit team is warning you about something. Okay. Flashing lights and intuitive messages, really powerful suggestions while in a sleep state. Like, you are supposed to listen to your intuition. Is something here that you're being moved around, an obstacle, something that you're avoiding because of your spirit team? Please do listen. I'm getting the idea that this is like a warning message. Okay, yes, last card. Look for the answers inside your question. Be honest with yourself. You know the truth. And there's a great big magnifying glass on this, guys. You are someone who is searching, examining, exploring, working to understand the truth of what's going on here and maybe why you're having the experiences you're having. Please let this message serve as a confirmation for you today that the answer is inside your question. I.e., if you're asking about, why it is that everywhere you go, the lights start flashing, but yet you notice that doesn't happen with other people, look for the answer inside your question. Well, that's because you're different. Something is different. Now you need to explore and understand what that is and why. Okay? So that is the reading for today, guys. I hope that this message was helpful. For those in the collectives, for those of you who this was not your message, thank you so much for hanging out for the story today. I will be back on with some more readings this week and then definitely a live this weekend, as I mentioned before. If you're following me on TikTok, please do go over to the page for the latest downloads. And then also, if you are a subscriber, you can see a replay of the entire live. So that way you don't miss a moment of what is happening in the moment. And sometimes the lives get a little wild, We had a sing-a-thon in the last one because we got some gifters and I said I would sing, and so I did. So guys, definitely we have a good time. I'm going to try and get some guests on the live as well. It's a little bit harder when I'm doing readings, but we're going to get into a lot of different areas where we can enjoy being in space together and also talk about the messages that are important to you. Okay? So once again, guys, this is your girl Ora-gen. Thank you so much for being with me for this message. And I do look forward to being with you in the next reading. Love and light, guys.